How was this fucking intro, for God's sake? God, this is longer than Bray Wyatt's walking. Come on, get to it.
Right, it's faded out now.
There you go.
Right, hold on. You know, this was supposed to be my weekend off. But no! You got me out here, dragging your heavy ass through the burning desert, with your dreadlocks sticking out of the back of my parachute. You gotta come down here with an attitude, acting all big and bad. And what the hell is that smell? Oh, sorry, I forgot to wear deodorant. Good evening, Retro Unlimers. My name is Mike Rutherford-Yak, and if you get that, you get 2 Oreos. And I can hear it calling in the air tonight.
Yes.
He's a cheesy lover. Oh, Lord. It's Retro Unlim Live Genesis. Not Phil Collins' group. The US name of the Sega Mega Drive. The latest signed Terminator installment. Or Michael Byrne's girlfriend. So buckle up. So buckle up as we return to live streaming tonight. Maybe Mr. Byrne might appear. Who knows? Right. You probably already know that Mr. Dan Ibbotson is here with me because he was dancing along to the wonderful introduction theme there. The 8-bit intro theme by Mr. P. Collins. Hello, Dan.
Hello, everybody. How are we all doing?
Hello. I'm very well, thank you. Yes.
So it's the intro. I've got to put on some weird voice for no reason. Yeah.
Well, as is the custom with Retro and Lim Live, did you know the Harold Rutherford-Yak voice is not my real voice? Would you like me to do my real voice?
Yeah, go on then.
Hey up, lad, you're right.
Oh my god, I can't believe you was that again.
No, this is my real voice, this is how I talk usually. You know, I'm here all week, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I like rough sex of rent boys.
That's an extra to the package. So Dan, aka Slopes Game Room, that's a nice hat. That's
yes, thank you. Well, I'm thinking of actually trademarking the SGR name. I hope that's not going to offend anybody in the room. Which brings us on to the next person.
Well, actually, you had it before I did, and I realised, that's silly. Yeah, oh well. Great minds think alike.
Cool.
But you,
exactly.
You thought your idea
it.
2 years before I did.
Exactly. Great minds think alike. We should do a collaboration. It'd be like SGR featuring SGR.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
I used to be a part of a club at school called the Dance Club, and this is just getting even more bizarre now, isn't it?
Did you also dance? So the dance club dance?
No, we started letting other people in that weren't Dan, but they had to go through an interview process with us.
Like no homers.
You're one of us now, you fuckers. One of us.
One of us. One of us. Right, well, thank you very much, Dan, and thank you very much, SGR Scott's Game Reviews, for joining me tonight on Retro Unlim Live. We're going to have some more people joining us later on. Who are they going to be? I don't know. Well, those people watching after the fact will know, because we'll no doubt put it in the description or the comments or something, and you can just click the time codes and find the time of your favorite dude appearing. Oh, does that mean we're going to have somebody good? Somebody, a celebrity maybe? Right, you're going to have to just stay with us for the duration of the show and see what happens.
You're hyping this up way too much.
Well, as is customary with Retro Unlim Live, we've got 2 shows tonight. The first one, which you're watching right now, runs from 8:30 UK time to 10 PM. Then we're going to have a half-hour break, rather. We're having an half-hour break at 10 o'clock, and then we're coming back at 10:30 until 12. You hear me, lad? Oh dear, that's a bit too scary. Oh dear. Yes, so we don't have anything prepared at all this evening, so please do leave your comments. We are lazy and couldn't be bothered writing a script. So we want you, yes you, the good people of Retro Unlim, to suggest comments, suggest topics rather, for discussion.
Well, I'm going to be, throughout the night, in the first half and the second half, giving you Jean-Claude Van Damme quotes, because I've recently discovered how incredible this man is. And I was always a fan. In fact, as a kid, he was actually my favourite of all of the big action guys. Probably not anymore. But
And he was the best American to ever play Guile ever in Street Fighter the movie.
Yes. Who's going home and who's going
Flawless
away?
American accent.
And I tell you what, Expendables 2, it was him? Yes, Expendables 2 was a good film because he was in it as well. I mean, well, they're good films anyway. But Bloodsport is always going to be my number one Jean-Claude Van Damme film.
I think it'll be for pretty much everyone else. I like Time Cop as well.
Oh! And the best thing about Time Cop is when you pick up the cover and you've got a little blurb on the back about what it's about, and it says something like, the future is, you go into the future of 2001 or something ridiculous like that. Where it's yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Time Cop. Did you ever play the Time Cop video game on the SNES?
I've got a repro of it on the Sega CD.
Yes, the Sega CD. Very, very rare because that was never actually released, was it? It was released online as a ROM by one of the creators in about 2010 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's an abomination.
It's not a good game. It's not a good game.
It's not. FBI, get on it. There you go.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save the very best until we have a few more people in here. But I'll ease you in on one of his quotes. And I'm looking down here. I'm trying. I don't want to give you one of the really obvious ones, but here's one. Here's one for you for now, to tease you, to bring you in. If you work with a jackhammer during an earthquake, stop. Otherwise, you are working for nothing.
Sound advice. Sound life advice from JCVD there.
Was he doing the splits when he fucking said that as well?
No, but I
read
a picture of him.
He was jackhammering his groinal area at the time. Right.
This is from Breaking.
Yes, it was for a movie. So we've got some comments, ladies and gentlemen. Retro Unlim says, "Good evening," and he also says, "Full Collins? Full Collins? Who's Full Collins?"
How profound.
How profound. Almost as profound as JCVD. Paul Burt says, "Hello." Hello, Paul. Hello. How are you doing? Hello there. Custado is also here. Good to see you back. You just couldn't help it, could you? Custard man. Game Taff, a fellow retro unlimmer. Maybe he'll be here later tonight. He says, "I see how it is." And he also says that Van Damme is my favorite action fighter dude. Sod Bruce.
Well, there you go then.
Is that fighting talk? Is that fighting talk? I say it is. Yo. Wait a minute. Oh, and there he is with the jackhammer.
No. Right. Okay. So this picture is all of incredible. Okay. So here's Jean-Claude Van Damme in a bread shop doing the splits on 2 bags of flour while playing the bongos.
Yeah, but you.
You're just taking it. He's just fucking overachieving now. He needs to stop it. He can't just do a thing. He has to put the splits in as well. Right. Hello, I'm bugging your wife up the arse while doing the splits. Fuck off, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You overachieving bastard.
If I run a bread shop and I had some bongos,
You would.
Oh my god! Can I take a picture of you on some flour, please? Free bread for life for Van Damme. His face goes up on the wall.
Those fucking Warburton adverts.
Paul Burt says, "First Van Damme movie I ever saw was Cyborg."
Oh, yep, I've seen that.
Does he play the bongos in it? Or use a jackhammer on his groinal area?
No, I'm very sad to say that all of the films you've seen might not be as good as that picture.
Oh. Well, Game Taff says, "Bloodsport is the best martial arts movie of all time. End of. Even the soundtrack is out of this world."
Yeah. Is it? Well, what's the as it is sort of supposed to be video gamey? What's the video game they're playing? That I can't remember. You know when they meet at the airport or something, and him and the big guy.
Let's have a look. I don't know. Google has failed me on this occasion, I'm afraid. So maybe one of the people out there in the stream might know the answer.
And I'm looking up Bloodsport quotes.
Yes,
Very good, but
yes.
quick, not hit back.
While you do that, I'll say a big.
Are you sure that's quote from Bloodsport or Roman Reigns dialogue? Sorry, I'm in a wrestling mood today, I don't know why.
Well, while you're doing that, Dan, I'll say a big yo.
Oh, suffering sucker chat. I failed a drugs test. Sorry.
Ooh, was that a Russian? Lofsy1 says yo. And Paul Burt says Van Damme is in a remake of Kickboxer, playing the role of the trainer who teaches the main character, and Batista is playing Tong Po. Not sure how that
that'll
will
be fun, just watching powerbombing fucking spears away from his movie. Oh, what fun!
Ain't your pal, dickface.
All you need to do is add some bongos, and it's perfect.
he power bombs all on the bongos. Awesome.
8-Bit Relic says, Batista is playing an MMA fighter. I hope he won't quit after that movie.
Yep.
Game time.
Oh, it tickled me.
Do you think his parents would trick his parents were like, will you stop fucking doing the splits all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Just sit at the table and eat your dinner.
And play your bongos.
If you keep putting your legs together.
He's like, but Mum, this will make me famous one day.
But Mum, my Gucci's made out of Teflon.
No one's famous from doing the splits.
Sit in the corner and play with your jackhammer. Game Taff and Mr. Bedford say the game in the film was Kung Fu Champ. Allegedly.
It's really
Kung Fu Champ.
Just take the camera off him while he...
Well, at least you're not getting arthritis from using the joysticks to play the arcade game version of that, then.
Ooh, burn.
Well, that was the one with the dual joysticks, wasn't it? Kung Fu Champ.
Ooh, Dan, you like a little bit of lemon in your tea there?
No, my poor wife, who's just side of the screen. Come here, say hello to everybody. You don't look like shit. Come here. Come here, my poor wife is not very well. Look, there she is. You have to come down a bit.
Hello, Mrs. Slope.
Hello.
They said hello, Mrs. Slope. You're on my head. They're on my headphones, so you can't hear.
Hello, everybody.
She's not well. She's poorly. So I'm the one driving to somewhere beginning with D tomorrow.
Oh, tell us about that, please, Dan. It's a little quiz that we were playing before recording, so maybe you could play it out there in the stream.
Before the stream, I was explaining that I'm going on holiday tomorrow, very, very early, but I couldn't remember where it was, and it was somewhere beginning with D, closer to Kent in England than Devon.
Is it Dorchester?
No.
Doncaster?
No.
Have you forgotten again where it is?
No, I remember where it is now.
Actually, that place begins with W.
It's not Dixon's.
Although I have to say, that would have been cool.
Thank you, sweetheart. It's just for me to make a drink.
There you go. Say bye, Mrs. Slope.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you again on the Retro Unlim live stream.
Bye-bye. I'm going to Dorset tomorrow.
Oh, well, please do enjoy that. Yes, and bring us back a mug or something, or some branded bongos. Anyway, Retro Unlim. He says, I wonder if JCVD uses that split whilst on the toilet, which is not an image that I'd like to keep in my head, so...
We've all seen his bum, haven't we, in every single film?
Just like Solid Snake and the Twin Snakes. Oh, no. Gashead Steve. He says, evening, chaps. Evening, Gashead. How's it going down there in Gashead land?
Gashead!
Mr. Head of Gas. Game Taff. I'm not going to read that because it's politics. That's banned tonight.
No, politics, no, guys.
Panini
Sorry,
football.
we're not going to talk about it because, yeah, it's a hot topic right now. So we're not going to worry about it. This is a catharsis. So we're going to talk about gaming stuff because this is what it's all about. So if you mention politics, it's not getting mentioned. Thank you.
Yeah. Scott will explode if you mention politics. So
yeah, I'm in a quite fired up mood. So
excellent. Oh, this is going to be great tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us for the duration, and something might happen. Something explosive. So yeah. Gashead Steve guessed Dunstable, while Lofsy guessed Dorset.
Well, it could be worse. It could be talking about the Wii U for 2 hours, then you might hear me kick off again.
Oh dear. So that Wii U, it's fantastic, isn't it? Panini Football GFC 1893 says, when I was a young lad, my Mega Drive was at Rumbelows and Argos. That's a good point.
That, mentioning Wii U, I was watching a lot of E3 last week, and I was really, really impressed by Zelda. And I can't believe I just said that, because I feel like my black little heart is starting to get a little bit of colour again.
Oh, it's because you're getting older, Scott.
No, it was actually a really cool display of what they're doing with that game. You know, it's been the same fucking thing for 20 years.
And isn't it
trying to
just
make it more of a...
Go on, carry on.
Come on, Dan.
I was going to say, doesn't it just show how insanely big that franchise is? I mean, everyone knows how big Zelda is, but that extreme where Nintendo's like, fuck it, I ain't going to show you nothing. You can just come and have a look at some Zelda for 5 hours straight. And the world goes, oh my god! Like,
And I'll be honest with you, I don't give two spurts of frosty cum for that fucking franchise. But watching the... Sorry. Fucking he choked on that. It's an omen.
What's easy?
Watching gameplay of that game was it looked amazing. It looked really engaging, and I might have to buy a Wii U again for the third fucking time. Hopefully, I'll keep hold of it this time.
I'm sure there's a filter for Skyrim somewhere, so you won't have to.
Yeah. Well,
no, I'm joking. I actually think the game looks bloody.
Well, they are going that way. It's more of the same. It's more of the Western RPG stuff that you can do in that game, mixed with in the wrapping of a Zelda game, which is really cool. Oh, Paul Burt just mentioned Zombie U. Fuck yeah, I love that game.
Yeah, Zombie U was really good. Really, that was a bloody good launch time.
Yeah, I bought that on launch as well.
Yeah, that was really good. I lent it to a friend and then fell out of him, and then we made up again. But by the time we made up, he'd already sold his Wii U and my Zombie U.
Oh, that sucks.
But you can pick it up for like £2 now.
You can now, yeah. And you can pick it up on anything else. I prefer to play it on... The Wii U is fine, but I prefer to play it on PC.
No, it's all about that.
UI is a little bit easier to navigate through. I don't have to look at two screens. I know, first world problems, boo-hoo. Unless I sellotape a iPad to my fucking controller or something, you get the same sort of experience.
So what I am showing you here is the game from Bloodsport. I found it. It's called Karate Champ. Sorry, but carry on. So people don't have to keep looking at my beautiful face.
Is that a CubeX playthrough?
I remember seeing that. What's his name? Fuck. The
big guy.
The guy who fixed all the arcade boards.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no! I watch his stuff all the time. I'm gonna get fucking crucified for that one. Doesn't matter. But yeah, that's where I remember seeing him repairing the board, and it had like a funky style control, like using two sticks instead of
that's right.
Yeah, it had a high attack, low attack, and so on.
Yeah,
really weird.
Well, there you go. There's something. There's something for you. You don't see that every day. Well, there you go. There's some E3 stuff we can talk about. I have pre-ordered, even though I've never actually been a fan of Pokemon. I like the world and the lore of it, but I've never properly sat down and played a proper Pokemon game, other than Snap, which isn't a proper Pokemon game. But I have just bought myself that Pokemon Go thing for your phone. Well, pre-ordered it.
Pokemon Go? Okay then. So what's the point of Pokemon Go? Is it like Pokemon, but pocket-sized?
What, like Pocket Monsters?
Yeah, it's Pocket
I remember the YouTuber now. Sorry, it's Luke Morse.
All it is, in essence, okay, pretend I'm holding a phone, because that's what I was going to do, is show you a phone with nothing on it. I go out into the world, like literally walk around outside, and basically, I suppose there's something on there that will tell you when there's a Pokemon nearby, and then when you look at your phone, it actually tracks the ground, and you see one, and you've got to flick a sort of pretend Pokeball to get it.
Yeah, it's an ARG.
You've got to collect them all. It's actually a fantastic spin-off for the series by the sounds of it. But you can pay £35 to get the premium version, thankfully, which I'd like to think there's no adverts or anything involved in that. That's just a solid game. And it's basically this tiny little bit of plastic that like flashes when you're near one or something like that, or when you've collected one.
Oh, cool. So is this like augmented reality?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they done it well with the original, with the release of the 3DS and stuff, and they haven't really done anything with it since, have they? I don't think.
I saw a video someone made, and it was Brock Lesnar playing Pokemon Go. Instead of like looking at his phone and finding these Pokemon, he was just he went into like the park, saw Pikachu, and then sent him to Suplex City. It was fucking hilarious. That's how he caught fucking Pikachu. Funny.
Right. Dan, I think you've got a secret or not so secret admirer in the comments.
Oh,
Gashead Steve says, not that you're not a sexy effer, but the screen seems to be stuck on your camera. Right, the reason for that...
I'm seeing that. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah, the reason for that, Gas, is between us we only have one cam tonight. Hopefully we'll have some more people come in, so you'll see somebody other than Dan. But for now, all we have is this, Retro Unlim Live, Scott's avatar,
Hello.
and Dan himself. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my webcam is
hang on,
fucked.
guys. There's no sorry here. You know?
Yes, of course. Yes. Hold on, we've got some more comments regarding that. Guesshead Steve says, I quite fancy Scott's face.
Yeah, well, can't see it today because my webcam that I've had for, I think, about 7-8 years is now broke. So.
And then Retro Unlim says, be glad he's sat in the nude.
There's not half fucking far from the tree.
You can't see my bottom half. You can close that now if you want.
Cock out, will cock out.
Retro Unlim says, Patreoners can get access to his cam.
Oh, fuck that shit.
He's actually got 2 bongos and is doing the splits right now.
Hi, everybody. Please support my Patreon. No, go fuck yourself. Sorry. That's just my inner monologue talking again.
That's fine. That's what we're all thinking. You say what we all think. That's what we love about you, Scott, on this live stream. The Gabriel Sin is here. He says, 35 quid for a mobile game? No thanks. Lol.
Yeah, that must be the most expensive fucking mobile game I've ever seen. Alright, micropayments, I get it, but...
I don't know the exact price, but it was the most that iPhone could charge for, that they let you put down for an app. It was like in the thousands. I know it was like $500,000 or something ridiculous like that. And it was just an app that said, I own this really expensive app or something along those lines, and several people bought it.
I was perusing through the Steam sale today, and I wanted to buy Grim Dawn because I love Diablo style games. And it's 15 quid right now, and I was curling my lip at that. I was like, so I wouldn't spend 35 quid on a fucking mobile game. I didn't buy it in the end. I thought, well, I might wait a few days and see if it goes cheaper. I got fucking shitloads of games I don't need anymore. Oh, that's a good question. Sorry to jump in. Paul Burt. This is what I want to talk about actually tonight. Is Resident Evil 7. Has anyone seen about the Resident Evil?
7? They're up to Resident Evil 7? How many more of these evil residents must there be out there?
Have you seen their direction they're going now?
No.
They're turning into the usual archetypal PC horror walking simulators now. Like Amnesia and Layers of Fear and stuff, which is fine.
Yes.
I can't really fucking talk about it too much because I haven't played it yet, but from what I can see, it looks great. It looks like it's taken a lot of stuff from PT, which is fine because PT was fucking amazing. But maybe they're going to they're going away from Resident Evil because let's be honest, Resident Evil is a cheesy gore fest. That's my personal view, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm in a weird sort of stall here where I want to see what's going on with it. But I'm like, why call it Resident Evil 7?
Well, were the 6 beforehand?
No, there was more than that. You had all the random ones, Revolutions,
exist.
and all that sort of stuff. 6 wasn't a fan favourite, but I don't know why.
6 does not exist.
I don't know why 6 wasn't popular, but I mean, I never played it.
6 was fucking terrible. I think that's probably why they've done such a disconnect with 7. You know, they've completely kicked third-person stuff in the head. They're now going into this like first-person, well, like I said, walking simulator sort of style, which every indie game developer studio and their dog are doing right now, and it just seems odd to me. But if it's a good game, well, I'll shut my fucking mouth about it. So
yeah, no, I think it'd be cool.
We'll have to see.
And on VR as well. So
yeah. Well, that's another thing as well. Yeah, that's now moving into the VR space.
I mean, it's an option. It's an option.
Yeah, it's optional. Well, I don't think I'll be getting a VR headset anytime soon, but
why don't they introduce the Pokemon Go augmented reality into this? So you're just walking through Tesco and you can just stab people. Ah!
I imagine they could probably do it with, say, like the what was it, the Gear VR with Samsung phones. That'd be cool.
Well, why would that be any better than the normal VR?
Well, it's Nintendo stuff, isn't it? And they are now, this is probably their first branching out from Nintendo architecture.
What, so Nintendo aren't doing VR, are they? Hang on, have I missed something in the conversation here?
There is rumours about the NX being VR stuff, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, but they ain't going to have a Resident Evil game on a Nintendo system. Are you serious?
What, the GameCube? Come on.
Grey blood in your Mortal Kombat, anyone?
No, it's not blood, it's
green.
sweat. It's sweat.
Man, I do have some grey sweat going on. But no, actually, yeah, the best Resident Evils are actually on Nintendo systems, I suppose, and then obviously you've got the Wii version is actually really good as well.
Well, it's got the best classic versions anyway. Well, the easier the play versions, let's be honest.
Go on.
Go on.
I was just going to say, Nintendo, they're already doing VR. What about the Virtual Boy?
I tried one of those out last year for the first time. It was actually really good.
Yeah, so did I. There was a massive queue for Oculus Rift at Play last year at Blackpool. I looked over, there was a fucking Virtual Boy with no queue. I was like, you know what? I'll go look at the Virtual Boy.
It's the crying shame that people weren't queuing for this Virtual Boy, because the Virtual Boy is clearly better than all these other VR consoles. It was so ahead of its time, 1995.
So you look to your right, do I want my mind blown or do I want a migraine?
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, that's the Van Damme alarm.
Van Damme.
Who wants to hear a Van Damme quote?
Yes, please.
A cookie has no soul. It's just a cookie. But before it was milk and eggs, and in eggs, there's the potential for life.
What the fuck? What's that even mean?
Let me read it again. I think I messed up. A cookie has no soul. It's just a cookie. But before it was before it was milk and eggs, and in eggs, there's the potential for life.
That's like the opening line if he ever hosts like the Great British Bake Off or something. While he's between two cameras doing the fucking splits.
I would own the Blu-ray box set of that Great British Bake Off. I've got the UK import, I've got the Japan import.
I am going to blow everything up here. Now watch me do these kids. Oh dear. Right. So, sorry to hold the Van Damme talk. I've actually got a fun fact about Van Damme. I'll tell you a little bit later. But GameTap...
I was using that to do the noise.
Alright, I wonder what that was. GameTap has a question for us. Oh, guys, are you ready for this? So, to those on this stream, probably 2 people, who collect retro games, where are you at right now? Are you still collecting? Or do you have most of what you want? Have you ever thought of selling stuff off?
Yeah, because Aiden still owes me money for stuff I'm going to sell him soon, so he needs to talk to me about that, but whatever. I still collect, but I'm not in a hurry to buy a shit ton of stuff that I probably won't get played within a year. So yeah, I still keep my eye out on Dreamcast and Saturn stuff, but where I live, finding this sort of stuff, I can find Dreamcast stuff more in Saturn, it's very few and far between, and it's
Oh,
mostly fucking
Saturn's like
sports
nowhere,
games.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so I still collect.
Well, sports games are like shrapnel. I made this
Oh,
observation
fuck
the other day. If you go into a charity shop and don't see PES or FIFA, then something is seriously wrong.
I don't know about you guys, but I seem to be tainted by one game. Everywhere I go, I seem to find actual golf on a Sega Saturn everywhere. It doesn't want to leave me alone. It's fucking doing my head in. It's like, oh, I see the box. I see the long box. Like, oh, Saturn. Oh, fucking actual golf. God
I tell
damn
you,
it.
the only system where you get good retro games for in most places, in like charity shops and that, is for the PC. You actually get some good of those old like red boxed. You know, ones I'm on about the exclusive or something. They're called something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The cheapo ones.
Yeah, sometimes you get like Total Annihilation.
I found quite a few of them actually in CX last week. I found
literally
like
10p each as well, aren't they? They're literally giving those fuckers away, you know.
Yeah.
The same price as the football games.
Yeah, definitely. And, if you're in, I like PC stuff, so anything like that, I jump all over about. But even I went to my favourite spot in Milton Keynes because I went on holiday last week over there. I know, exotic. There's a guy there in the MK Centre who's got a market stall called the Games Machine.
All right.
And last time I went there, about 2 years ago, I must have bought about 60 PlayStation games off him. It was like a fucking gold mine. I went over there today, a couple weeks ago, sorry, and there was nothing there. It was just sports stuff, and there was a few titles that were worth looking at, but I'm not really interested in getting PlayStation stuff. It was sad, man. I was bummed out for him because all his collection of stuff. Cause he had shitloads of PlayStation stuff, quite a bit of Dreamcast. He had fuckloads of N64 stuff, but it's all sports games. And I just felt bad for him, man, because he literally just gets picked clean, and all you get is the fucking sports game scraps.
Yeah.
Well, I have actually recently been selling my collection. Sadly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, since I've been heavily editing videos, I'm doing it via emulation.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just easy. I know there are YouTubers out there that like to use the original hardware and all that sort of stuff. For me, I just do not have the time to do that sort of stuff. And
I'll be honest with you, I was the exact same. I've spent hundreds of quids trying to fucking capture my old school systems, especially now GB. And I couldn't afford, in the long run, if I saved that fucking money up, I could have just bought an XRGB mini frame meister and just done with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I tell you what, there was times. I tell you what, I'm gonna show you the example as well. One sec.
Well, I bought shitloads of these little like £30 boxes. They just burnt out within a month. So I went to emulation in the end, and especially for like Saturn, SSE, the emulator is amazing now. They've done a few things with it in recent months, and it runs most games perfectly now. So I go emulation now. I still use the official games. I stick them in the PC and off they go. But for convenience of recording footage, especially, emulation is the way to go.
Well, and I don't want you to think that I'm falling out of retro, because I fucking love like just looking into retro and
Your
stuff.
fucking channel's all about it, every single video.
So, retro gamer magazines.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the back you have these sort of these, what's it called, chill out games on most issues.
Yeah.
It's like an online CEX for retro games, isn't it?
Yeah.
So so here's one this is the issue that just made me decide to sell the majority of my collection.
Looking forward to that.
The momentous issue that made Dan sell his games.
It is. Okay, so there's a load of games on the back of here, and there's one in particular.
I can see the light.
Can you see that one?
What?
Space Invaders for the N64, £127.70.
That's Super Nintendo.
Yes, it is actually.
That's still far too much, because you can get
127 quid for Space Invaders. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Well,
and that made me blow my fucking mind. I was like, what the fuck? So basically, I went through a stage of like basically just buying what I could. I want that new Earthworm. I want the Sega Mega CD version of Earthworm Jim that I never had as a youngster. So I bought it for myself 5 or 6 years ago. I think I got it on eBay for 15. Definitely not more than £15. It might have been £12.
Bloody hell! No wonder you're selling up.
and then out of curiosity, after seeing this, I was just like, so mind-boggled. Like, this is crazy. And this is their buy price, not their sell price. They buy this and then they sell it for more.
Oh.
And then I looked on eBay, Earthworm Jim Mega CD going for £80. And I was like, what? This is insane. This is actually insane. I bought that game 5 years ago, put it in a box, put it in my attic.
What about Earthworm Jim 2? I've got an American copy of that.
Well, Dan, that is inflation for you.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Well, the thing is, it's just like I even for my video, I was emulating everything, and I've got everything set up emulation on my PC. So I literally just open up whatever it's called, my front end. It's got all my emulators, everything set up, and I just press play, and there it is, and I can record straight away with my capture card or with my PC, And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I'm not in heavy debt. I've got a credit card I need to pay off, not much. And I'm just like, there's no point having boxes and boxes of just games in the attic that I have literally never played.
Right.
Go on. Yeah. No, that's it. I couldn't get rid of Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, and my very original Mega Drive. Other than that, everything is going.
Really?
Already gone.
So guys, go and visit his eBay and buy all his games from him for dirt cheap. And just to finish us off on this topic, because I know people are dying to ask questions out there in comments land, I will say that I recently had a clear out of a bunch of my games, and I have a full plastic bag full of games.
You didn't sell my Mario Kart I sold you.
No, but
I'm probably worth about £300 by now.
I will say I've not had the time to play it yet. It's been like 2 years since you gave it to me.
2 years.
And it's been in the console once. But I've got a plastic bag full of games, which is highly likely to be coming with me to play Manchester in October. So guys, come and see me if you want some free games. Excellent. Brilliant. So,
I do that as well. I was going to go to Blackpool this year, but I had to go off the last minute. I had a bag just full of stuff that I wasn't really going to ask any money for because it was just junk. You just accumulate all this stuff. Like when you buy like job lots on eBay, you always end up with like 4 or 5 games you don't want. You only want the 2 out of the thing. So I was like, you know what? I don't really want to sell it. I just want to get it out of my fucking house. Yeah.
No. Oh dear.
But the only thing I
emulate £256 for Gimmick on the NES box. Carry on.
Yeah, I emulate most of my stuff now. The only thing I don't emulate is stuff that is already emulated on my Retron 5. That was a really dumb way of saying that. Whatever. I do PlayStation, Saturn, MAME. I love MAME, but that's a different story entirely because
you can't own those.
Most of those boards don't even exist anymore.
Well,
no one out there is saying I've got a complete MAME collection, but it's
Guru Larry
collection.
Guru Larry has a bunch of them. I do know that because he always mentions it when he comes on these streams.
Yeah, I've got
in his background,
a couple other boards, but that's it for me. But the only thing I don't really emulate because it's still not great is PS2.
And N64.
Yeah, I don't own N64, but I do want to play WCW vs NWO Revenge soon, so I'm going to look for an N64.
But in all honesty, other than Paper Mario, I've never seen, because I didn't have it back in the day, I've never had a reason to ever collect for the N64. I don't know, for me it's the most overrated console, as a collector of retro games.
Controversial statement. Guys, do you want to call him out on that? I'm sure you all do.
Tell me a game that is best on the N64 that hasn't been up-resed. So obviously there's a better. So for instance, Ocarina of Time is better on the 3DS, and I don't mean ports. I mean like actual proper up-res. So for instance, there's no ever reason to go back to the N64 if you've got Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, because surely it's better.
I see what you mean, but I am going to contest that ISS 64 was never bettered even on the same console. But that's just a personal opinion, and it may be totally invalid. So that draws a line under that topic. No doubt we'll visit it again, either tonight or in a future Retro Unlim live
That's
stream.
right. We can bounce back to free shit.
Well, actually, yes. We're going to move back into the future. We're going back to the future, Marty.
Gabriel Sin left a
38 miles an hour.
Gabriel Sin left a comment earlier about what about Kojima's new game with Norman Reedus again, Death Stranding, the one where he's standing there holding his robot baby with a cesarean section scar. I liked Hideo Kojima's stuff. I can't fucking play his stuff anymore because it's a load of pretentious twaddle. MGS5, if you've seen my rant video, which is about an hour fucking long about that story, because the story is fucked. It's not even finished. So, yeah, I want to see what he does because Hideo has always been a weirdo and he makes the weirdest shit. But I don't care anymore, sadly.
Oh.
There you go.
Fight me in the comments.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, God!
Is that Joel Van Damme's ass?
Yes, do it. Yes, talk about buttocks.
Yes, that's Norman Reedus.
Oh dear, you know what that noise means, guys? It's time for another Van Damme quote.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
According to statistics, 1 person out of 5 is disturbed. If there are 4 people around you who seem normal, that's not good.
So hold on a minute though. Who defines what normal in inverted commas is? What is normal? Who is normal?
What is love?
Well, if Van Damme thinks he's normal, then I think.
Well, then there's no hope for any of us.
Oh my God! What has he got? How does he fucking get away? How did he get an acting career? Let's be honest.
Charlie Sheen ain't got nothing on him.
Winning. Yeah, true.
Winning.
But that's the thing. When you watch his movies, you don't care about how he says his lines. But hearing it out of context makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
No, I tell you what, no, these aren't from his movies. These are things he said in interviews.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, this isn't one of his spiritual montage moments. He's genuinely said this in interviews.
Was something lost in translation from these, do you think?
Quite possibly.
Or he didn't quite have a good enough grasp of the English language to put things forward in a succinct manner that people will understand. It just ended up being a word salad that just vaguely made sense.
At the end of the day, I am never going to fucking argue with that man. You don't argue with him. Especially if he's about to punch a snake.
Snakes! Punch him!
2 snakes. No. I can't do it now. Conan reference, not JCVD. Moving on.
Hey!
So yeah. Anyway, let's talk Warrior 3. What was that one of your favourite things that you saw at E3? SGR.
Actually, my favourite thing I saw was the new Call of Cthulhu game, and it's hypocritical to say that because that is the de facto walking simulator horror game. All right, it had some shooty elements on the original one, the Xbox and PC version. The original one, I think, came out in like 2004, whatever. But it's cool to see a new Call of Cthulhu game come out. So that looks interesting.
Okay. Right, let's just revisit the comment section because
was that the I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the R. Let's move on to the comments. R.
I think he's turned into a pirate.
It happens every stream. Yes. Paul Burt says, I've been getting most of the old games through emulation these days. And let's see, has anybody else been talking about that? GameTaf says, I've had temptations of selling stuff too, but then I also feel I may regret it, as it's tough to decide. I feel your pain with that, because it's either got to be in the in or the out pile. So
I think we all do this. The best thing I can suggest, and I've done this multiple times, if I'm looking at my shelf thinking, why the fuck am I have all this dusty old shit on there? I will actually make time. You know what? I'm going to pull some of these games off the shelf and play them. And after I've played them, if I feel like I don't give a shit about them, then I probably would sell them. But most of the time, I play them, think, you know what? Yeah, it's good to have them around. You know, a bit of this now. I can't say it, but nostalgia every now and then. It's good for you. So that's what I do. Just go out and just play them for a few hours, and then see what you think afterwards.
Is that what your doctor told you, Scott? That a bit of nostalgia is good for you?
No.
Nostalgia a day chases the doctor away.
Okay. No, I ain't under my prostate wiggled yet.
Ah!
Only amount of time.
God damn it, he's sexy.
Oh, Scott.
No, Arnie.
Oh, right, yes, of course. Sorry, I just thought I'd put a picture up that wasn't that naked man's ass. Right.
Normal readers.
Yes, him. That
Normal
dude.
read ass. Hey!
Hey, well done. Where's the drum roll thingy? The Gabriel Sin says, had a major overhaul collecting-wise. Got about 60 games that I'm planning to sell. Already got rid of most of my GameCube, Wii, and Wii U stuff. And then Paul Burt says, I gave my PS2 games to my uncle, so he has over 100 PS2 games now, but I still have over 120 PS3 games and close to 60 PS4 games at the moment.
Oh god, that reminds me fucking years ago when the Dreamcast came out. I never sold mine. I had about coming up to 100 games as well, and I gave it to my sister, and I never saw any of that shit again. I've asked her multiple times, like, did you have it still? She's like, oh, I think I might put it up in the loft, but
Scott,
it wasn't there.
Scott,
what?
She has sold it on eBay for $1 million.
Not back
she
then.
Has.
Not back
Right.
then. You could get fucking games like £2 after it got discontinued.
As long as they weren't sports games, I guess. Yeah.
No, there was what one was it? There was it doesn't matter. Fuck it, forget it.
Sure, in regards to the PlayStation 2, surely that's got to be the one console that nobody in the world has a complete collection for.
How many
You
games
might
were
be surprised.
Well, no, because I'm working on a 100 Facts About PlayStation video, and I did a so in the PlayStation 1 section, I said that there's 2,418 games for the PlayStation 1, and this is my last fact on the PlayStation 2. So here you go, preview of upcoming Slopes Game Room. Impressed with the PlayStation 1's 2,418 games? Well, the PlayStation 2 officially had over 10,000 games.
Yep.
Try completing that set.
Ooh.
So, and this is, I get all mathematical here. So
I imagine there's at least one or two people.
I don't know. Well, anyway, let's just think about that for a second. On average, that's about, I mean, obviously this isn't perfectly split up how they were released, but that's 769 games published every single year of the PlayStation 2's existence. And to put that into perspective, the Super Nintendo released 785 in its entire lifespan.
And then put it in perspective of like how much an average PS2 game would cost. And that's a fucking $1.
Yeah, but guaranteed by the fact that there's that many more, and there are obviously some fantastically mega rare ones. Something to think about.
Yes, indeed. Something to jump on eBay and
well, we've had
stuff.
There was a guy on Metal Jesus Rocks channel a while back, had a full collection of Wii games.
I saw that.
Oh, fucking hell, how much fucking Cookie Mama fucking versions do you need?
Wouldn't you be really fucked off with new Super Mario Brothers Wii? You're like, why did you make it red?
That's going to fuck up everyone's flowcharts.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay, just to finish us off once again on games, retro games and selling them off. Mr. Bedford says, I've sold a lot of original stuff. I keep a few things that are close to my heart. Stuff like the CPC 464. I keep and use. Yes. First mention of the Amstrad CPC on this live stream. It's taken too long. We need the Amstrad CPC alarm, don't we? Like the politics alarm and the Van Damme alarm.
Van Damme alarm.
Yeah, we need the CPC 464 alarm. There's a bit of chance. Go on.
I was saying, it's actually a really cool book because not only is it, there's one of those ones that has all the buttons, but this one's also got a left and a right, so you can like steer the cars. Carry on. I think it's the wrong live stream for this sort of these sort of topics.
Is there a live stream for those?
And look, he's actually. If you look in the background, he's also leaving the EU.
Oh, sure! Politics alarm! Politics alarm! No, right, that's
Stop
it. There's some chat about Saturn emulation in the chat. GameTaf says Saturn emulation is dodgy too. Sadly, the last SSF emulator came out like 2 years ago, and it still has a bunch of issues. It works well with some, but not all.
I think they do have.
Get around that, isn't
I
he?
think recently they did have SSF 14. Sorry to cut you off, Dan.
It's alright.
Hang on. Well, carry on. I'll find it.
No, I'm saying it's not technically emulation, but GameTaf's the one that can get around that with his boot up disc, his official boot up disc.
Well, I've got my Saturn chipped, but like I said, it's mostly because of recording shit that doesn't work properly.
Now, you want to find the good obscure stuff, and you don't really find that, let's be honest, until you start playing around.
Yeah, true.
So.
Well, if you are a Saturn player, the best thing to do is to buy games from Japan, because A, they're shitloads cheaper, and B, they got the more fucking fun titles on. Because, like, Necronomicon, which is a great fucking pinball game with a metal sort of dark theme to it, didn't even make it here. So you can only buy it in Japan, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, it's definitely worth. If you are a, oh yeah, just have a look. SSF is only R4012 beta. Never mind.
There you go. On Saturn games, does anyone know what that one is? It's £132 they'll pay you for, but it hasn't got a title on it. There, that one. Does anyone know what that is?
That I don't know. That's either the ninja one, Toromaru. I think it's Toromaru something.
£132.76 they'll give you.
Yeah.
Ooh, so guys, if you have that, if you people out there in the live stream have that game, it's a license to print money, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you could sell Clay Fighter's director's cut on the Mega CD
for £213. Did anybody ever like the Clay Fighter series?
Fuck no.
£13.
That's how much they'll pay you for it.
The only thing good about that series.
You know, we need to actually find out what they're going to actually sell them for. Let me go on their website. Carry on.
Go on, Scott.
It was only the only thing that anyone played that game for was the novelty of the graphics.
And Earthworm Jim was in it.
I tell you what, that game appeared on Games World and Games Master more time than I can remember, to be honest. It must have been really photogenic, I guess. It did look good, and I always wanted to play it, but when you do actually play it, you realise it's not as good as it looks on the TV, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Games Master lied to us once again.
You lied to me, Dominic Diamond. I call you out right now.
That's the best thing for it, just watching the reviews and the people like, oh yeah, it's a great game. No, you're lying for your goddamn teeth.
You know what we should do? We should cut out all the review sections and put them in all one big video, and then comment it on it all the way through. You know, like Kimball Justice does with his live commentary.
Well, we've done that briefly, but there's one review from Games Master that sticks out in my head to this day. It's the one that got me to buy a game. And they flat out fucking lied in that review, and that was Shaq Fu.
What are you talking about? Where's Shaq Stew when you need him to tell you that? Shaq Fu is one of the greatest fighting games. Well, at least it's better than Clay Fighter.
Close. They're both just as fucking shit.
All a matter of opinion, Scott. All a matter of opinion.
Well, I'd rather play Kasumi Ninja on a Jaguar. At least then you can fire fucking fireballs at your dick.
Kasumi Ninja! Yes.
Sad to say, guys, I'm actually looking up these games on their website, and they haven't got them on there. So I'm assuming it's people that are like, oh man, if you get it, I'll give you 300 quid or something ridiculous. And that's why it's not on there.
Yeah, probably.
Because I tell you what is quite good about it, they showed off Calibri, and I'd never heard of that game.
It's a font, isn't it? It's the
that's the that's basically a
Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah, Echo the Dolphin.
I looked it up. It looks really good. I'm really interested. I mean, I'm not £96.74 whatever they ask for it. Excited.
I've played it briefly on a flash card on my 32X. It's very boring.
Oh really?
It's
looks
not very
really
good. It's pretty. It's really pretty, but it's not very good.
Because I remember one of the scariest moments in gaming is when that octopus, you go up to that octopus in Echo the Dolphin. And yeah, and in this, from what I saw in the gameplay, there's a big frog. And nothing scares Slopes Game Room more than frogs.
Oh, yes.
Except unless you're Kermit, he's all
I'll
right.
be honest, I didn't get far in Echo the Dolphin. I played it for about 5 minutes and screamed bored now and then throw out the window.
It's better than Zelda.
Really.
It's not.
No, it's not. We're fucking close.
Okay. The Gabriel Sin says ISS Pro 98, which was indeed a good game. And I'll tell you why that is doubly a good game. It's because it came with a demo disc, that particular version of ISS Pro, for Metal Gear Solid, which is, of course, one of the greatest
combination.
Yeah, well, it does make sense because it's a kind of boyish game, isn't it? ISS Pro, and then they'd be interested in stealthing past gods.
Yeah,
idiotic
nuclear weapons, a gimp mask, fucking mind reader, and a woman that don't know how to button her fucking blouse properly. Yeah, okay.
That is the perfect description of Metal Gear Solid. In fact, that should be the blurb on the back of the case for the next game. A PS not made by Kojima.
Kojima? Who's
Kojima.
Kojima. Kojima.
That sounds like something Ali G would call.
Kojima.
That sounds like something Ali G would call you rude parts.
Oh, brilliant. And then Retro Unlim says, ISIS Deluxe.
Oh,
dear.
It.
Oh dear. Mr. Bedford says, I have a chipped PS2 and an original Xbox. I used a hard disk drive on my PS2 to save the drive.
Fuck yeah, I do. I do the same thing. Free boot for the win. Woo!
Yeah, I've been meaning to get an Xbox so I can chip it and get loads of emulators put
you
on.
You don't need to chip it. It's to flash an Xbox. I don't mean show your dick at it. It's fucking stupidly easy.
Kojima.
Yeah. You won't look at my Kojima Xbox. Arr.
Oh dear. Retro Unlim says, Rise of the Robots. Horrible.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What's this picture? It's copyright Volvo.
I've taken drugs.
One of his quotes, but I didn't think it was worthy enough for the Van Damme alarm.
At first, I thought he was standing in between two gigantic photocopiers.
Fucking Lex Mark.
Yeah. Although saying that, if I owned an office and Van Damme didn't come in.
Like, hi, Jean, could you just print these invoices for me? And no, do not do the splits on the fucking copy. God damn it.
Use your finger, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude.
Kick the fucking print button. God damn it.
Oh, it would make offices much more interesting, though, if Jean-Claude Van Damme
was there.
Yeah.
It'd make anything more. We need to get him from number 52.
Yeah.
All I want to see is his crutch, and I want to see his legs like this. That's it.
Between the water cooler and the photocopier.
Although, if we're going to be talking about his crutch, then there was one that was related to that. I'm trying to find it. I'm going to lose it.
Hurry up! I can't do this any longer. Don't make me do it.
I've got it. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Right, here we go.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Showing myself nude from behind doesn't pose any problems, but from the front, that's another story. I don't want to lose all my fans.
So what? We can see his ass for like the last 30 goddamn years, but he can't even just turn around and show us his fucking pecker.
It's all about the T's, SGR. That's where you're getting it wrong, mate.
Look, I don't want to see Jean-Claude Van Damme dick, but it'll be a fucking change of damn pace. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. Do you want to know a fact about Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Go
Yes,
on.
please.
I have a beer mat of him in my kitchen, and it says, "Have a damn cold beer, friend," or something like that.
Oh, I've got a little beer, those little soft holder things, you know.
Yeah, bit of koozie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I got one of them of him. I also used to, when I was a kid, I used to have a Bruce Lee mirror with his whole body doing one of his big poses, showing all his muscles, and the only thing missing was his face.
Oh God!
Very clever, very clever. Yeah.
And I also had a Michael Jackson massive poster on the back of my door next to it. And then one day when my dad ran up the stairs to tell me to turn my music down, and I had a bit of a go at him, he slammed it shut and it fell down and smashed just like the black and white music video.
I thought you might have been happy to emulate the music video.
Excuse me.
Being a hardcore fan of Michael Jackson, as you were.
I am indeed. I am indeed.
And Michael Jackson has many, many hardcore fans. We're going to leave it at that, though. The Gabriel Sin says, was Kasumi Ninja an early Naughty Dog game?
It was.
Oh, I want a Crash Bandicoot Kasumi Ninja crossover. No!
Anything that isn't Nathan Drake and has that fucking idiot voice actor, I'm happy with.
Well, you don't like the Uncharted series?
I like the Uncharted series, but what's his name? The guy who plays Nathan.
I saw a little interview of him recently.
Nolan North.
He didn't seem too bad.
Yeah, I like that. I like Uncharted. It's fun, really fun. But Nolan North is in every goddamn thing. He needs to be retired.
If I had Gashead Steve here, he'd be backing me up, saying about how it's probably one of the greatest gaming experiences ever made.
It's fun. It's really fun. The first three I liked, but they're very much like the Uncharted series to me is a lot like a Pringle. They taste great when you put them in your mouth and start chewing it, but then once you swallow it, you get that pang of like, I should be playing something more in depth than this. That's me though.
I don't get that feeling with Pringles.
Oh, I do.
I'm just like, fuck me, man. We're running out of Pringles fast, but we need to get more Pringles.
Just
Uncharted 5.
Shove them down your throats.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Bedford says, interesting story about my Dreamcast. I ordered it back in the day for 50 quid brand new. Never arrived, and I got my money back. However, a few weeks later, the delivery man turned up with it.
Oh, derpy delivery services. You gotta love that.
Oh, he got a free Dreamcast. How great's that?
That's how I got Radiant Silvergun.
See, the thing is, Mr. Bedford, now, Sega will be reading that and say, oh, we want that Dreamcast back now, please. Be sending you a letter right now as we speak. They do need the money these days.
Well, no, I bought a copy of Radiant Silvergun on eBay years ago. And I spent, well, how much I spent? About 110 quid on it, because it's still quite high priced. Probably even higher now. Anyway, I bought it from a Japanese seller. I waited about a month for it to arrive, and it didn't arrive. So, you know, I did the usual rigmarole. You try and get your money back through eBay, blah, blah, blah. The guy managed to refund me my money, which was great. Awesome. I got money back. Okay, no big deal. About 2 weeks later, I get a fucking envelope through the door. It has Radiant Silvergun. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, I've got a copy of Radiant Silvergun for free. But I'm going to sound like a dick here. I didn't talk to the guy. I kept it. I feel like such a shit prick now, but, you know, fuck him. I got a free copy of Radiant Silvergun, and let's be honest, Radiant Silvergun is...
Scott, is that the first time you've admitted that online?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the first time I admitted it.
Well, hopefully they aren't watching.
What a scumbag. I feel like a scumbag for fucking saying it.
Baby.
I'll tell you what, when it comes down to sort of on topic, so Sega, did anyone see the live Sega E3 conference?
Yeah, it was fucking diabolical.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was like Nintendo, like, done the Rolls Royce of conferences compared. It was horrific. It was so, for anyone that didn't see it, they basically got, okay, let me show you.
Well, yeah, two pretty much, I think they're YouTubers. Well, they was talking.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
they had this guy. They had that guy basically just sitting in front of a camera, and I reckon they basically just said to him, "Oh, did anyone want to do that E3 conference next weekend?" And it was
it was sloppily done.
But basically, everyone was excited about the fact that Sonic team had been teasing about that there's going to be a new Sonic game coming out and this sort of stuff.
Sonic.
No, I was excited. 25th anniversary, they're working on something. I always like to see what they're doing, just out of curiosity's sake, if anything else. And, who never knows? Generations 2, maybe.
That'd be cool, yeah. Fair enough.
So, basically, I think they showed off Yakuza 0, which is fair enough.
Awesome.
And then they went back to this guy, and he was sitting there, and the border around the screen had this sort of Sonic emblem around it, and it's, oh my god, this is the moment, this is the moment, this is what they've been teasing us for. And they keep putting out tweets, it's coming, we've got a big announcement coming. E3's right around the corner, you get excited. And when he finally sits there, it's like, the big announcement is, next month, we're going to make a really big announcement about the new Sonic thing.
What the fuck?
What? They didn't... And they didn't show. And the icing on the cake, Sega are a massive company, sort of. At the bottom of the screen, they had a Bitly. Sega are huge. They should have had their own fucking website, but they had a Bitly website at the bottom of the screen. And then you go to it, and the idea was you go there and you say how much of a big Sonic fan you are, whether you're a cosplayer, a video game reviewer, or whatever. So I went there, and I don't think I got it wrong. But I think someone trolled them and managed to get the Bitly line before they did, because it just went to a random YouTube video of a picture of Sonic on a gravestone with some sad voice. It said like 1991 to 2000 and something.
Oh, brilliant!
And I'm like,
well, no, but
how you treat the second biggest gaming mascot.
To coincide with this announcement, they said, "Oh, you're getting Sonic Boom on the 3DS." It's like, whoop-de-cunting do. That game was terrible to begin with. Now you can have the terribleness in the palm of your hand.
To be fair, it's a different Sonic Boom game, and it does actually look good. It looks like Sonic Colors. It's a completely different game.
I just don't get it with Sega anymore, because they seem to just strain the life out of fucking Sonic and bring out really bad, mediocre, or even mediocre games. But they refuse to do anything else with franchises that people would fucking kill to see.
I tell you what, I don't know if he's coming on the stream. Have I said too much? Larry said to me, it gave me a really cool and an interesting thing, something to think about. You know how on Steam all the Mega Drive games are doing really well at the moment?
Yeah, ROM hacks and stuff.
What they should do is make another Mega Drive game, like a Streets of Rage 4, maybe not that, maybe a new Shinobi or something along, maybe an Echo or something, and release a X amount of limited edition actual cartridges that will work on the actual system. Everyone's happy because you can go buy it on Steam if you want, or you can pay 60, 70 quid for this cartridge, and they only make like 500 or 1,000 of them or something ridiculous.
Sega, their usual way of doing stuff when it comes to games is they have a pathological hatred of your own money, and they just don't listen to what the people want.
What was that? You want a new Football Manager? No!
Yeah, exactly.
I was just going to say, if they did that, what they'd probably do is print FIFA 2017. And it's just the same as FIFA 1998, but with updated rosters. As a great big fart in the general direction of the money-paying Sega fans.
Well, they are back in profit now, and Sega 3D Classics is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, they're doing great with that. I will admit, it's a great thing they've done, wrap up all their old games in a more fun experience. That's cool.
And it looks good, and it surely should show them, along with how crazy people are going with Steam at the moment.
Yeah, they're modding the shit out of their games.
Yeah, people are like, man, this is all fucking awesome, all your old stuff. They could rival Nintendo's roster if they did it well enough.
I don't think they want to rival anyone now. They want all their games on all the systems, and the most important thing, they want them all mediocre.
Yeah, it really upsets me because every year maybe this is the year they do a Streets of Rage 4. I think I'm the biggest idiot in to think that constantly.
No, don't worry about biggest idiot. My biggest video on my channel right now is me playing a fan-made demo of Streets of Rage 4 HD, quote unquote. and it's a cool demo.
That's my most popular video as well, the Streets of Rage video.
Yeah, I did have another one which is quite popular, which is Streets of Rage as well, which is odd. Anyway, this one gets a ton of comments. I get so many people saying, "Are you going to finish this game or not?" It's like, I didn't even fucking make it. I made a video and put it up on YouTube. And then there's people like, well, I don't like this, I don't like that. This game is bare bones. You can get it off the SOR website, SOR Online.
Yeah.
It was started and then just left because Sega cease and desist them. That's why. But
Ooh, Sega,
like people like really just don't think at all. I just get these fucking comments all the time. Like, all right, the exposure's great, but they don't think. They think I'm developing this Streets of Rage game, which I'm not. I can't even I can barely type in a password, let alone fucking code. God damn it.
They could do it, and it goes to proof, because Sega Rally was a pretty good revamp of that series. I remember it all being excited because every time you went around the course, the track was slightly dented from your tyre marks. When you went around again, that was a cool little feature, and it felt good. I don't think it felt too much like Sega Rally, unfortunately, but it was still a good game. What was the other one they read? Outrun. That was a fucking brilliant revamp. I was in love with the new Outrun games. I think they were really fucking good. Rivaled the old ones, and they were, you know. But
yeah, especially the one on the original Xbox is awesome.
Yeah, it's bloody good. On the PSP, it's good as well.
True.
What did you think of Outrun on the Amstrad CPC, Slope?
It's the best version, isn't it? It's the best version. US Gold.
Yeah. Low.
But they could. You know, for me, I wasn't a Nintendo kid growing up, but because of Metroid Prime, I went back and played the original Super Metroid. I don't actually think I knew what Metroid was before Metroid Prime. I don't think I did, and because of that, I'm like, oh fuck me, these Metroid games are brilliant. And now Super Metroid, I'd probably put up there in one of my top 10 games of all time. And that there's no nostalgia there. That's something I've discovered, like I say, after Prime. And they could do similar stuff with their franchises.
Yeah, they could.
But you know. And
yeah, let's be honest, retro platformers are sexy again, surprisingly. And most of that was down to the Yacht Club and Shovel Knight.
Yeah, and obviously the revival on when they done Super Mario Brothers Wii and all that sort of stuff. New Super Mario Brothers, there's still so much fun to have there. All those people like nothing but they wanted grey and brown first-person shooter games. As soon as you give them one of those Wiimotes on their side and you can be Toad or whatever, and there's 4 of you running along at the same time, it is so much fun. Instant know what to do, instant having fun, and you're going to be playing it all night long as well.
Here's an idea. How about first-person shooters with grey blood? That's a thought. Go and do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, obviously, like I say, Nintendo tried that with Mortal Kombat, not first-person shooter.
Yeah, of course. Did you
the
have
next first-person shooter I can mod, Yak, I'm going to just mod it with grey blood, just out of spite.
Yes, you definitely should. Okay, so just to finish us off on this, what is it? Is it Renegade for the Amstrad CPC? Your blood is blue.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I assume it's sweat or something. I think it's Renegade.
Blue sweat.
Yeah. So I'm going to jump in here and give a big shout out to one of our fellow retro unlimmers, Mr. Richard Higton, aka the 90s video game dude. He's a regular here on the Retro Unlim live stream. He unfortunately can't be here tonight, but we're giving him a huge shout out right now, for he is about to become a father. That's right. There's going to be a little mini unlimmer running around the Rich Higton household. So congratulations and salutations, Mr. Rich. May you have many sleepless nights. I'm sure Dan can sympathise.
No, actually, my boy's really good. He sleeps through pretty much every single night, except for the last few. I'm sorry.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. Okay, I'm touching my wood.
Daniel.
Yeah, okay, so my little boy, he wakes up about once a month normally. He's been a bit ill recently, but other than that, he wakes up about once a month, which I think's not too shabby for a 15-month-old.
Just you wait, though. Just you wait. He's going to get all those tears out and the tantrums in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he had some tantrums tonight. We just really want Streets of Rage 4 to happen in this house. That
Yeah, actually, Streets of Rage is one of those games I discovered a long time after the fact. It must have been about 4 years ago that I got a Mega Drive with a bunch of games. It was a second Mega Drive, and it came with Streets of Rage 1, I think it was. And I played the heck out of it, and I thought, so this is what they were all raving about.
Yeah. I've got so much nostalgia with that, and it just shows you how much of an idiot you were as a kid when you had all these great games. Because I remember for the Christmas I got that, I jumped from my Amstrad to the Mega Drive, and I was over my nan's the Christmas, and I unwrapped it, and I got Streets of Rage, the original Streets of Rage, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Fantasia. And I remember like my dad and my uncle, like the Butch guys, were all like, "Come on, Dan, let's play Streets of Rage." I'm like, "Get off! I don't want to play that crap game. I want to play Fantasia on the Mega Drive." Which we all know is pretty bad.
You'll be butt stomping everything.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But
Paul Burt says, "Oh boy, gonna be a long night." And then Retro and Lim said, I think that's in reference to something that happened a long time ago because we're a bit behind with the comments. Sorry. Yeah, Retro and Lim says to Paul Burt, "Wait until show 2. Haha." Mr. Bedford says, "Uncharted 2 is my favorite." And then Paul Burt says, "No way! Kasumi Ninja was an early Naughty Dog game. I didn't know that before." Just have that little silence there in honor.
Yeah, thanks to the awkward silence.
sorry, I just got a very awesome confirmed email from Data Discs, and if anyone knows what they're about to release, they'll know why I'm very excited.
Go on then, can you tell us about
No,
it?
I can't. I actually can't
okay.
tell you now.
Oh, never mind then. It's a secret for now. Mr. Bedford says, moving on, "My GameCube is one I got from Lixang," don't know who they are, "before they shut down with the US Jap switch. 40 quid import tax, but it was orange and I didn't care. An orange GameCube." You just want to
Japanese GameCube.
crack it open and see if there are segments in there, juicy segments that you can chow down on.
I see a post here from Gabriel Sin again about, well, this is in reference to Paul, but this might be a good thing to talk about. A lot of competition on YouTube, especially in gaming. I go by a ratio of 10% of subs watching as deep. This is hard to say, as decent. So basically, he has 2,000 subs, but he only gets about 20 views per video. The best advice I can say about views and subs and all that sort of stuff is to not think about them, because it's nice to have. It's a nice little ego boost to see your sub count rise and hit milestones at the hundreds and 500s, 1,000s, so on. But ultimately, they are just numbers. The best thing I could suggest, even though I don't get that many views to begin with on each video myself, but I make videos that I'm happy to put up. If I'm happy with that video, then if people enjoy it, all the better. If they talk about it, that's even better, because that's what I crave, is that sort of interactivity. It's a numbers game, and some people seem to get blinded by the numbers rather than what they're trying to do for their channel. I've seen so many other channels try every clickbaity thing under the sun. I've done it as well. I've played those sort of YouTube-friendly games like fucking can't think of any right now, but you know what I mean. And most of the time, yeah, they'll get you those Pringle votes or Pringle views or Pringle subs, but ultimately they're not going to stick around. So make shit that people want to see and you're happy to show. So there you go.
You off to bed?
I would second that. That is very...
Everyone, my wife's off to bed.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Love.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
And enjoy your holidays in Doncaster, Dorchester, wherever.
Dixon's.
Dixon's, yes, of course.
Weymouth. We're going to Weymouth.
Weymouth, yes.
We're catching waves in Weymouth. Huh. Sorry.
I have actually got something to add to this whole numbers game. 1 second.
Okay. Oh, don't make me do it. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo.
Yeah, make us wait for it as well, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make you wait for it, baby.
fucking guitar again. Guitar break.
Okay.
Anyway, carry on.
I actually, yeah, I don't know how to say. I don't look at the numbers because I generally do look at my numbers every day.
Yeah, we look at them, but you don't want to take them to heart.
And I do take them very seriously, and I do try and find ways of, this has actually been working really well to boost the channel, so I'm going to continue doing that.
You've been tainted by Larry, sir. You are now not one of us. You're no longer a hobbyist.
Yeah, he hasn't done. He's done me quite proud this last month. For anyone that's...
So, Dan, how many subs have you got right now? I think the last time that I looked, you must have had about 1,000. So how many have you got now?
8,015.
My word. My word.
Basically, the week before download, so it's basically the first week of the month, I had 4,500. I was either 4,400 or 4,500. I was like proper close to that 500 mark. So I was getting quite excited to hit that halfway break between, 1,000, so the 500 mark. And then it went ballistic. So in this last month, I've almost doubled my sub base. Which is insane, and I'm not blinded by the lights in any way, shape, or form. It's because I've been helped by Larry, and that it's very sad to say. I've had it in my whole life. Like when I'm a DJ, like you see DJs where I go, seem to get really, really far in the clubs, and it's basically from the people that you know because of the people in the first place.
You know, and people will put you over because of it.
However, thankfully, and I'll say this now in case he doesn't come on the stream, who knows, he might not, he might.
Spoiler.
He is actually one of the biggest influencers for me before I started. There was 3 people that heavily influenced me, and Larry was one of the big guys. And I wanted to try and not replicate, but put my own spin on it, all that sort of stuff. So it's actually fucking insane that we actually work together now.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm not begrudging anybody who gets that lucky break. That's great. Like you've worked closely with Larry for a while now, and he put you over, and that's awesome. So yeah, it's all about it's a luck thing as well. You may upload that one video that does fucking gangbusters, and you don't know why, and then you'll put saying your heart and soul in one video, and it barely gets any sort of views, and that's the way this sort of fucking hobby goes sometimes. And I know some people really can't handle that, but if you're starting from scratch, and there's so many, that's another thing that people seem to forget is that, yes, if you're starting up a channel and you're looking at the big guns, the PewDiePies and all that sort of stuff, you get this sort of false pretense in your head that as soon as you put a game video up, you are going to be the next PewDiePie when you're really not going to.
Exactly.
You may get lucky. There's one channel that I watch quite frequently, and his channel is called Skill Up. He does mostly the Division videos, but he's very into the mathematics, DPS, and blah blah blah. Now he's riding the wave of a popular game. That makes sense, but he's doing really well. Every time I go onto his channel, he gains double his subscribers. He won the lottery. But for most channels, like my own and a few others, you don't get that. Sometimes that doesn't happen. All right, people putting you over when they give you shout outs and
that's the thing.
And stuff. Fine.
There are so many big channels out there that I only really started discovering the smaller channels. I know a few of them before I started trying to publicize myself. But before I started YouTube, I only really knew of the obvious Metal Jesus Rocks and Angry Video Game Nerd and Game Sack and all the really, really obvious big numbers that everyone knows. But when you try and talk to these people, 9 times out of 10, I'm not talking about those particular people, and I'm not going to give any particular names, but most of the time they don't really want to talk to you back. They're not that interested. However, when I went out there and I wanted to try and speak to Larry, he instantly came back, oh yeah, I'll check your video out, whatever. And he liked it, and we went back and forth. And he has said to me, you got to give that same respect to people, the same way that they want to give, they'd want to, that they've come out of their way to say, they respect your stuff and everything else. And that's why I try and do it. I did a top 10 YouTubers under 5,000 subscribers, and I know for a fact there was one on there, and I don't think he'll mind me saying, I've forgotten his name, the Amstrad guy, the big Amstrad guy, not Novabug.
Oh no. Zypho.
No, not sci-fi. But basically, he is someone that doesn't care if he has one sub or a million subs. He only does it for that sake. But I still felt it was in my need to actually get it out there and let people know about it. And that's what it's for me all about. Whether they want to do it or not, I want people to see their content if I think they're good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I was rambling a bit.
Yeah,
but,
no, it makes absolute total sense.
Whether there's someone on there, like I know GameTaf, for instance, is interested about raising his channel up because you want people to see your content.
Yeah.
And I shouted him out. Yeah, I don't see. And then this other guy wasn't interested in being more popular, but I want more people to see his content because I think it's good.
Well, GameTaf, on the subject of him, says he's almost at 1,000 subs. 939 right now. Shout me out, people. Make my e-penis bigger. Hey.
I'm just running over to my channel to try and find that name. I don't need to tell any of you guys who it is because I'm almost certain all of you know who he is.
Yeah, but we just can't think who he is. But
yeah, exactly right now.
GameTaf says, mine is like a hobby, really. Sure, I've had success with video views, interactions and stuff, but I'm not making YouTube my career or anything like that.
No.
That would be a very difficult thing to do.
I do this as a hobby. I have a lot of fun. One of my things I think I have more fun editing and doing everything else is writing a script for a review. I love doing that because I can sit there like I don't know why. I just seem to think stuff that makes myself laugh. I write it down on my phone, and then, I might be able to use that in a review. So every now and then I'll look for my phone like, that's a good gag. I'll put it in.
Yeah, I get you.
I like to...
Stealing jokes, basically.
No, I don't steal jokes. I don't steal jokes, but...
Recycle them, let's say.
Not really recycled either. I think there's some stuff that may be recycled, but quite a lot of it is also just... I wake up one morning thinking, that's funny. I'll write that down. It's just my process, I guess.
That's how Run DMC wrote some of their albums. And the YouTuber I was thinking of was Chinny Vision, by the way.
Who?
Chinny Vision.
Yeah, Chinny. He doesn't just do Amstrad, though. He does all the different platforms. He compares them, doesn't he?
Yeah, and his videos are absolutely outstanding. I'd love to find everyone that's into that sort of stuff and show them, look at this incredible YouTube.
I'll have to check it out.
In fact, when I did my Roland video, my first video, I remember looking, let me see who else has done one. He'd done one, and I was like, oh shit.
I hope you didn't see mine, because they're absolutely awful. Please don't look them up.
One of my favourite videos, I'm talking about me again, I do apologise, about writing stuff, was the Dead Space 3 video I did recently. I reviewed Dead Space 3, and I think mostly it was because I wanted to make a load of Phil Collins puns, because in the advert campaign he had Call in the Air tonight, didn't they?
All right.
And
what you mentioned, Mr.
Yeah,
Phil Collins.
I could not fucking help myself with the fucking Phil Collins puns. I was just like, writing, just chuckling to myself with this like, haha, this will piss people off. I can't help it.
Oh no, get off. I was going to play a nice tune there by Mr. Phil Collins, but unfortunately it has to play an advert first. So we'll probably get a copyright hit for that. Hold on. Here it comes. Oh yeah.
Oh, we need a nice central picture over this.
I can feel it coming. In the air tonight.
I can feel it coming in my Super Nintendo tonight.
This is awful, this remix.
Oh, ow. Oh, every Roland sympathizer now is puking.
Take it away! Take it away! Take it away! Okay, enough. Phil, stop. The 8-bit version of Phil, shut up. Thank you. Right, so... okay, so... Gabriel Sin says, views/subs isn't the most important thing. Interaction with people... Oh, the comment has gone off the screen just as I was reading it. Interaction with people actually enjoying the vids is key. But I'd be lying if I wouldn't be happy with... if my subs and views improved. And then Paul Burt says, the way I see it, when it comes to views on my vids, when I do a movie review or video games playthroughs, if one person on the planet likes it, then I've done my job. And then
Fair
the
enough.
Gabriel Sin says, yep, I agree, Gabriel. That is a good mindset to have, my man. And, oh, look at that. It's 3 minutes past 10, which signals the end of the first part of Retro Unlim Live, number 51, Genesis. We've hardly mentioned Genesis. We've talked about Genesis games, but we've hardly mentioned Genesis since the opening gambit. So do you want to say anything about Genesis before we leave?
No, but I think something's about to happen.
Van Damme!
It's a Van Damme quote time. I'm getting the rubbish ones out of the way, but they're not rubbish. They're still pretty good. If you phone a psychic and she doesn't answer the phone before it rings, hang up.
That's a good one.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's a good one. But what sidekick? What sidekick are we talking about here? Is it Robin the Boy Wonder?
Fucking Mystic Meg.
Mystic Meg. Septic Peg.
What's that even mean?
What does that even mean?
Don't tell me. What the fuck?
Nobody knows.
God, he sucks at English.
Not even Mr. Yak knows. Van Damme, that was bad. Okay, so we've just got a little bit to say here on closing. Please don't go anywhere. Get a brew or a can, because for show 2, we're going to be joined by a huge guest. So, get ready to post a question. Yes. Get lubed up, ready. Get oiled up, ready. Get ready to post questions, because he's going to be here. There's other streams on. Don't watch to those. Don't watch to those. Stay on this
Gross
one.
Newton, he's best. I love Gross.
And when we come back, I'll show you my record player.
I'll show you something else. I'll show you my jackhammer. I'll show you my Kojima when we come back. And also, Mr. Stephen Richards, the head of Retro Unlim, is going to be posting exactly who is going to be coming on part 2, coming in the air on part 2 tonight. So, please do join us, myself, and whoever else is here, on top of Mr. P. Collins. I can feel it coming.
God, that is terrible.
In my ears tonight.
Like I said, it's like every fucking Roland synthesizer right now is puking in disgust.
Oh, yes. That's a pure eargasm. Oh, Lord.
It's so out of tune.
When's the Oh, this is already when the drums are coming, isn't it?
Yes, I skipped ahead. Because I couldn't stand it any longer. And that's it. Yes, it's finished. I think that means we can end now, ladies and gentlemen. So join us in 25 minutes to half an hour for show 2. It's an episode you don't want to miss. Sayonara.
Bye.
Dead to rights.